Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. Now, this is pre-recorded because I will be away for the Christmas season, but I wanted to make sure that I did my techniques. It's Technique Tuesday, and this happens to be episode number 83. And because we've got new tools coming and different things coming, I want to be able to show that off. So if you watch me through my YouTube, just subscribe down below here. I probably will be commenting on my YouTube live. Also, if you are through Facebook, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. So like I say, this is pre-recorded, but I will be in there making comments as we go. Now, as you may have seen with different people, they have new tools, and this is the new brayer that we have. We used to have it used to be called a speedball one. This has the stands that go there so that you don't, what you don't want to do is lay your brayer down like this, because it could pick up different indentations and that sort of stuff that's on there. You'll also probably notice that right below here is my glass mat that you can get as signing up to be a demonstrator in the month starting on January the 4th. And trust me, even if, you could be a hobby demonstrator, you could just do it because you want this glass mat. It's an amazing deal. All right. So I'm also going to be using some new stuff, and I am using the Sending Love bundle. Now, this bundle basically will be available on January the 4th. Plus, also, it's a bundle that we're using for the Your Creativity Awaits for the month of January. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's such a cute thing, but I can do my technique with this particular one as well. Like I say, you're not going to be seeing too much from me those for the next 2 weeks, but this is what's there that I'm going to be showing you. All right, so this is very, very simple. I'm going to be showing a lot of different techniques with the brayer. It's just opened up a whole new technique area that we can do. Also, in January, what's also coming is Celebration. And Celebration, that's if you live in Canada, for every $60 or every increment of $60 in the States, it's $50. And I'm not sure about the UK, and I'm not sure about Australia, but you get free product. And this is a level 1 product. And see what this is. This is beautiful foiled paper. And oh my goodness, look at it. It's not very good. Let me just take that out of there. This is foiled. I love this one. This one's really neat. This one with the hearts on it. This one reminds me an awful lot of that one with that expressions or artistically expressed. I can't wait to do something with that. And then this side, oops, and I think there's one more on here. And this is the pack of DSP that you can get now. Also, this is the other side, and this is going to coordinate great with this Sending Love stamp set. But because it's a technique is not something that we would normally do on our Your Creativity Awaits, I wanted to show you a technique. And we're going to be using this particular one right there. All right, so let me just kind of get things in order here. Like I say, we're going to be using this. I might have to run and get something from there. I am using my favorite of all favorite colors together, and I love it when you can do crumb cake with black and with Poppy Parade. Poppy Parade and black and crumb cake, I think, are just the colors to really, I love putting them together. Now, I could have done it this opposite way, but you'll see why I've chosen, and I'm going to put the Poppy Parade on the top here. All right, so let's get on with the technique. Now, this technique is called Coloring Foil Designer Series Paper. You can do this with a lot, but the best to do this with is a foiled paper. Because what happens is that foil resists the ink. So I'm going to show you a couple of things with the markers. It's very, very important that with the markers, when you go to use them, I'm turning it over because I don't want to get that part there. But when you use them, what you want to do is lift and push, lift and push. If you just go and rub it back and forth, you're going to be certain areas on the brayer that's not going to work. So we're just going to lift, and we're just pushing that. And you'll see how well this really covers this particular thing. So I'm just going to come, and I want this like this. And now I can run back and forth. So again, I'm just going to lift and push. And look at how well that covers that paper, and it shows off that gold. Now I'm just going to start up here because I want to get it good even. Now I could have done this directly on my glass mat, but I chose not to. I chose to actually do it on my designer series or just on a scrap piece of paper. And the reason being for that is this really creates a mess at this point. So just like that. Now, is that not the prettiest? Look at that. Now, what you can do, and I've noticed that this really resists it really well. I'm going to put this down here and close this up. This resists it so well that you don't even have to go in and rub it off. Now, can you imagine that one with all the swirls and everything, how well that would work? Say, pretty simple technique. The brayer makes things easier. Now, if you wanted to, you could do this with a blending brush, but you will never get that kind of a coverage with the blending brush. Okay, so remember, lift up and push, lift up and push. So I am going to go, and I want this put here. And I just want to show you something. This is an online exclusive. And most people think that it's because it's Christmas, but look. This paper would go really, really well, or this ribbon would go really well with this as well. So we might use that. I'm not sure. So I've cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. So let's just go in and do that. Like I say, pretty simple technique. I wanted to do simple techniques while I was away, so that they're easily duplicatable. Plus, it's also getting close to Christmas. So you want to have that. But look at those colors together. Now, if we wanted to, we could offset them, but I tend to like them when they're like that. Now, I've gone ahead and I've used some of these dies, and there's some really neat dies, and I want to kind of show you these dies. There's this die here, and it's for an envelope. You have the wood stand, which is here, and then you also have this wood piece here. Now, I'm going to show you how those all kind of go together. I've gone ahead and cut some of those out. And I love the mailbox that it has, you know, the flag that if you get mail, you have it up. And if it's down, you know, that sort of stuff. Anyways, this is the mailbox, and it just folds over. Now, this is where this goes. And we have those little tiny brads. They're the round and square brads. So I'm actually going to go and I'm going to put that on there now. And I'm going to wish that I had my glasses on. I'll tell you that right now. My reading glasses. Okay, so just put that there. That's about all we need there. And then this is just going to go on here. Like so. So again, like I say, I'm just going to put that in there. I love these fussy little things. So you can be assured that your cards, some of your cards for your creativity weights are going to have these cute little things, this mailbox in there. They'll be showing some different things in there as well. So I'm going to come in, and honestly, I always say that these brads on here are so big. They really, oh, you know what? I wonder where they're there. So I am actually just going to take my wire snips, and I'm just going to cut that just a bit. Now that I say I'm going to do that, it's not going to work. There we go. I wanted to take some of that off because to me they're just too long. There we go. My goodness. There we go. So just take this down here. I haven't used brads in forever, it seems. There. So that is going to go there. Now, if we decide, and I really want to make that a little tighter, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to take my bone folder, and I want it to be fairly tight so that it doesn't flop on me. So I'm just going in with my bone folder and I'm getting it and I'm securing it down like that. And then that way, when this is up, it'll move. Now, did I do that the right way? Yes, I did. Okay. Then what we also have on here is we're going to use tear and tape on this part here, but it's too wide, our tear and tape. So I'm going to show you a way to change that amount so that we've got that there. Is I'm just coming here with the tear and tape. Like I say, it's too wide. So I'm just going to come in. I meant to do that a little longer. And I take your pick tool, just like this. And I'm just going to fold it back on itself like that. And then this is going to just fold down like that. Now, I didn't close the back end of this, and I guess I could. I'm just going to actually just go in a tiny bit of glue here. Let that kind of sit for a bit. Now I have an envelope that I can go ahead and make. So we're going to need to score that as well. Like I say, it's fun doing these sort of things on cards, I think, anyways. And then we can fold this one down as well. There we go. And what we want to do is we want to fold those in so it stays that way. Just like that. We're just going to hold that down. And then we're going to come in and maybe put a few, something on this, this envelope. Now we probably should have gone and maybe done it before we did this gluing together, which now in the hindsight, I see that we should have. But I'm just going to come and I just want to put that down there and get that to set. So here is, excuse me, here is the post, and we have the crumb cake, and it's already cut, and it's really kind of neat the way it cuts. You could turn around and you could also turn and you could that gives it the wood look, and then this is going to sit on top of here, so you're going to see it like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on. Now before I do that, I think what might be a smart idea is to come in with maybe some pecan pie. We'll come in with a blending brush. And we're just going to actually just get that just sponged a little bit, just so that it shows off just a bit more onto that thing there. Okay, so let's go ahead, put that on there. Now what I could do too is I could turn around and I could raise that up a bit, but I think I'm just going to put it on there straight. Let's just put that on there. So like I say, this is where you take your brayer and see how even that is. That's what I love about the brayer on there. And honestly, there are so many different things that you can do with the brayer. This is going to sit up there, and we're going to pop that up, I think. And then we have this envelope. And we probably should have, like I say, stamped this before. So we could go welcome friend. We could go mail. Let's go mail on there. And if I have to, I may have to cut another piece on there if it doesn't stamp properly. Just put this mail there. And I'm going to put that on with the I don't know how this is going to work. See, it didn't work very good. But you know what? I'm going to cover that up because that's going to go. You know what? I'm going to leave it like that. And maybe I'll come in here and there's a few hearts here. I'm going to use the hearts. Now, it would have been better if it was the other way. I know that. Let's just go here. Let's just put hearts. So, note to self, make sure that what you do is stamp before. See, because I get the halos on there. I don't like that at all. I'm going to have to cut another one of those out. Or what do? We put this in this way. We could do it that way. Let's just leave it that way and I'll fix that up for the picture. And then this is just going to go on there. So this actually, the way it loops, so we might even be smart to actually glue that on because it's 3-dimensional, or it's got that gap in there. So, never ever had rural mailboxes, so I wasn't even sure how these actually worked. So this is just going to come on here like this. And like I say, we're just making up a card to show you this fantastic way of doing that. That's going to go on there. Now we should probably have something, an expression on here. A little note from me to you. We could have that. Whoops. All right, so let's just put this on there. I don't even know if I'm going to need any ribbon on this at all. So we're just going to come here. Put this on there. Oh, I love that on the black. Just think of the different colors. That'll be really, really nice with that. I'm going to glue that directly on there because I think there's an awful lot going on already with it. So just like that. And then this can go right onto here. So I want to show, I can't even show you because I haven't got this washed, but honestly, take your different designer series paper, that different paper, and use different inks on it, and you will be surprised with it. All right, we do have to put a word on there. A little love from you to me. I can actually put that in a stamp set or on a thing, and I know what I can do with it. So I'm just going to take this stamp. We're going to come in with, this should be long enough. Now, do I want to do this on white, on red? On white probably would show up better. And we're just going to stamp this, and I think we're going to do it in the Poppy Parade. And this won't even matter if it's straight or not, because you'll see what I'm going to do in just a second. Boy, there's a lot of halos with this. Let me try this again. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take this, close that up. And on the inside, we've got these hearts that we could put on there. There's also some die cut hearts that could go on there. Also on this part down here, you could put some grass because there's some grass dies as well on there. So let me come in here with my paper snips. I'm just going to trim this down just a bit. So this will go a little love. I think I'll go for me. For me. And it's a little bit more work, but I think it's worth it when you put this sort of stuff in there. To you. So that's just going to go on there. So I'm going to come in with my dimensionals that I have the strips on. That should be small enough. I'm hoping. If not, I'll have to go in with my mini dimensionals. Nope, that'll work. A little love. And you know, honestly, this one's not even going to hardly need any. Just going to cut that off just a bit from this one. So just imagine the sky's the limit with this designer series paper. I have a really fun thing that I'm doing for another tutorial set that I'm in, using a very similar technique to this. Just like that. To you. There we go. And then, of course, we have to have something for the inside. I thought I had my piece of paper for that. Let me clean this part off. And we need some white for that. Usually have a bunch cut, but there's none cut there today. Now, what we could do is go in and with the stamp set, we could do this. What other ones would be good on the inside with this stamp set? No, I don't think so. You know what? I think what I can do is I've got to be very careful with this particular one because I'm going to put some hearts in here. And I want to make sure that there's no there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have another one on there. There we go. All right, so that's just going to go on the inside. So you can just imagine what kind of fun cards we're going to do with this particular stamp set. Just like that. So that is the technique, coloring foil designer series paper. And how simple was that with this brayer? Like I say, it just quickly covered it. Nice even covering on it. Is that straight? A little bit. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. So I'm hoping to do one more for the end of December, but we will see how far I get with that. All right, you guys, you have a great day. Remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. If you live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.